Warri Refinery built to commence operation in 2024 suffers fire outbreak, NNPCL says. Oh boy. So what has happened to Warri Refinery now? That plant has been down, just like Port Harcourt, old and new refineries have been down, and the Element Petrochemicals have been down. Kaduna Refinery also has been down. So now that they are trying to do some retrofit, to do some turnaround, and do some revival in the plants, like the Port Harcourt is supposed to start work by December 2023, which is just like in 2 months' time. I just hope it will work. Somebody has said the refineries will not work because almost everything inside is obsolete. Now, Warri Refinery that is also built to start operation in 2024 has just caught fire. I don't know how serious this fire was, how it will impact everything about the startup of the refinery. We don't know. So let's dive into the details and listen to what NNPC GMD has to say. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, on Friday informed that a minor fire incident was contained at the Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company Limited, WRPC. So in a statement by the management, the incident occurred at the refinery's cooling tower. This fire outbreak was caused by the ongoing welding activities at the top of the cooling tower. Oh, hot work activities. The company, however, clarified that the incident would not affect the refinery rehabilitation project and delivery as scheduled. So this afternoon, that was on Friday anyway, at about 15:02 hours, there was a minor fire incident at the cooling tower of the Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company Limited, and that's water treatment unit. Okay, so this fire, which occurred as a result of ongoing welding activity at the top of the cooling tower, will not affect the refinery rehabilitation project and delivery schedule, the statement reads. Safety officers at the refinery, according to the company, acted immediately and put out the fire at about 15:30 hours. So it was between 15:02 and 15:30 hours. Her fire went on for 28 minutes, not be joke, in a hydrocarbon plant. Well, we thank God that they were able to contain it. Henneken Lukpobiri, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Oil, had said the Warri Refinery will commence operations by the end of the first quarter of 2024. He said the Port Harcourt Refinery will come on board at the end of the year, while the Kaduna Refinery will begin operation towards the end of next year. Can you imagine? I just hope that all of this will start working alongside what Dangote Refinery is trying to put up. Okay, so normally those refineries have been down, and a lot of us are still struggling, are still very, very struggling to see how those refineries can start up. Reason being that a lot of the equipment are obsolete: electric motors, process controls, the towers, the trays, several, even the control room. I don't think those control room that was done by Chiyoda as far back as 1992, 93, will still be functioning. I'm still scared about that, frankly speaking. Okay, and up to 94. So all those plants, some of them have not run for a very long time. Most of those moving parts, I wonder if they were exercising them. But I know that a lot of those equipments are obsolete, especially process control equipment and some other things that are critical in those plants. So they are working and are trying to retrofit it, and I just hope they will be able to do that without embezzlement, because I know that people, especially anything that has to do with refinery turnaround, has always been a source of embezzlement for some people. Okay. So there are a few comments here. Let's hear people say about the fire. And when they are doing hot work anyway, definitely there will still be such fire hazards. And when you have a lot of people in the plant, both people who understand the plant and who do not understand the plant are working together, I tell you, such things are bound to happen anyway. So, but thank God that they were able to contain the fire, and are saying that it won't affect the schedule startup. As something is sabotage everywhere against the Nigerian people and economy: electricity and generator and diesel dealers, rice and farmer unions, rail transportation and transporters unions, Naira exchange and BDC, cement price and some producers, etc., are all sabotaging the Nigerian economy one way or the other. Yeah, but this particular one, I doubt if it is actually sabotage, because it's a complicated thing to do hot work in a hydrocarbon plant. That is the truth. And until you are there, you don't understand the implication and how complicated those plants are when we talk of doing hot work in them. But there's also a procedure to follow and do such hot work, and I hope those procedures are being maintained so as not to burn the plant or kill anybody while they are doing that job. So not every incident is a sabotage, frankly speaking. Even though we know that Nigeria today, nobody is to be trusted. You never can tell who is going to be used to cause mayhem or to sabotage the country. But I tell you that for free, doing hot job in hydrocarbon plant is very delicate and very complicated. Okay. As always, a greediness, endless turnaround maintenance is sweet. Hold them responsible. Just like power sector, those importing generators love endless power outages and poor power infrastructures. Endless importation of generators is very sweet for importers of generators. Nigerian economy and the citizens are suffering poor regulations and monitoring, poor tracking of private bodies that enjoy endless making of Nigerian economy and citizens, affecting or effecting tracking and policing of private bodies will help. Another person say, I beg, no story, no excuse. Oh, that Warri Refinery must work. Oh. Nigerians are waiting in pains caused by inflation arising from subsidy removal. That is it. You go work. Nothing. You go work. Okay? You go work. Another person saying they will not allow our refinery to work because they are benefiting from fuel importation. Big time, Tinubu should remove NNPC boss now. Too much corruption. Can Tinubu himself, is he free? All of them in power are all corrupt. Corruption cannot fight corruption because corruption begets corruption. That is why it is like that. But we just hope that what has happened in the Warri Refinery is not a product of sabotage. If not, it will be a very bad one. I tell you the truth. That means even when they start it, they will burn it. God will help us. So Nigeria is evil country. The evil people are ruling it. They don't want to fix the local refineries because of what they benefit in importing fuel. The country is in the hands of thieves. Yeah, that could be correct to a large extent. I just hope, one of the way things have been in Nigeria, even a honest situation will be difficult to be accepted as being honest. Okay, when something is too clean to believe, you suspect it. That's how Nigeria is. So ordinarily, in a neutral ground, I tell you for free that doing hot work in a hydrocarbon plant is a very delicate activity. Not talk of when you bring in some local workers that are not fully aware of the processes and how complicated it is, you get more problem, especially when probably there's no effective supervision. I tell you for free that not all of these incidents are sabotage. It could be just simple human error, human mistake will cause a very large consequence, a very large incident consequence will be very, very bad. Okay, so but the way things are going in Nigeria, with the way politicians are behaving, with sabotage, with criminal activities, and with embezzlement and corruption at all levels, everything now becomes sabotage. You hardly believe an innocent situation again. But I tell you for free that operation is actually a very difficult one that requires precision, requires effective supervision and safety commitment. Otherwise, I tell you, it can be very hazardous. All right. So that is that about Warri Refinery repair that is ongoing. Thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.